as Honos gets off to a good start. Dylsaq looks like he got to a good start as well as he gets up into P2 with Snapper Pig battling off against Racer. But Breezy gets a real start there and gets himself up into P4, but Honos has taken control early, but Dreamsy looks like he's trying to shoot down the inside of Chris there and gets himself up into P6. Breezy battling it out with Pig currently up there into P3. Looks like, is he going to try and get the move stick? It looks like he does a little bit. They're still side by side, but as we go down the field, Publix already down into P12 and Karab also all the way down into P14 as Karab may have made a mistake. Oh, and it looks like we have an issue. I think that's Breezy. Yes, Breezy is into the grass, into the sand. Correct. He went into the sand. I think he has massive damage on that wing. I don't know what happened, but it looks like him and KD made some contact. Yes, I think they did, as he's also into the pits to possibly replace a new wing. Oh no, still holding his own, still holding that Ferrari car right at bay. But then you also have the Haas of Krisorialex, who's just kind of lingering there in the background. But Dylsaq, he goes for the move up into turn 3, going down the inside. Does he pull a Max Verstappen? He does. He takes him off the track, but that leaves the door open for Pig, as he is now side by side with Dylsaq as he takes the lead. Dylsaq trying to go around the outside as Snapper Pig pulling off a very patient move, letting the two guys battle each other out as he is now in the lead of this race. He has won the last 2 in a row. Can he make it 3 in a row today? Going back up here, but it looks like Dylsaq is going to go for a move on Pig. He has the DRS. Krisorialex trying to look for a move there on the McLaren driver. What does Dylsaq do? Treating my number 88 number really well with his driving. And it looks like he will take the lead. Yes, so Dylsaq does take the lead of this race. Going up here, see if there's any battling. It looks like Dreamsy's starting to get really close there. Oh, and it looks like Krisorialex went wide, and that allows Dreamsy to go down the inside and takes P4, as Dreamsy is going to try his very best to make it 2 in a row at the Austrian GP, but he has plenty of guys that he needs to get around if he wants to make that driver. But it looks like Undercut is going for a move on Publix here as he gets the move done. Yes, he does, but no, they are still side by side. Very aggressive racing as Publix has the elbows out, but it looks like Speed King also got out in front of Helmade there. They are so close to each other, but Undercut looks like he got a really good line out of there as they're going to be, as Undercut clears him going into turn number 5. Looks like Publix has a bit of a run on Speed King here. He goes out to the outside into turn 3. But does he get the move to stick? Yes, he does. So Publix gets himself all the way up into P6 now with the Undercut chasing really hard, still up there in P8. Do any of the leaders pit? No, they do not. They don't pit yet. So the top 5 do not pit. Glorious shot of all the top 5 cars there right by each other. It doesn't look like any of them have been able to get a move on yet. But also, it looks like that battle for P6 between Publix and Speed King and the Undercut is heating up. Because Krisorialex thinks about a move up to P3. He's right out the outside of Honos there. He doesn't get the move to stick, but Honos gets a really good line coming out of that turn as the Undercut looks like he's going for a move on the Red Bull of Speed King there. See if he can attack right back. He goes to his outside. He's going to try and make the move stick. What does the Undercut does? He locks it up a little bit there, but it looks like he does get out in front just by a bit. We'll have to wait and see. Let's see what they all do. Who bites first out of all of them? None of them do. I think all of them are waiting to see what each one of them does. I know I do the same exact things where I like to see what exactly they are doing before I make that move. But Krisorialex goes up for a move, and he gets himself up into P3. The undercut is the second driver to pit. So Honos and Dreamsy used to be teammates, but it looks like, yep, they have given the signal that they... So Krisorialex looks like he will not pit, but it looks like... And Honos and Dreamsy are not pitting, as Dylsaq is into the pits. Pig is into the pits. What do they choose here? It looks like Dylsaq will go onto the medium tires. What does Snapper Pig does here? He goes on to the medium tires. Let's see what the leaders do here, as we're now, as Krisorialex looks like he is going into the pits. Honos looks like he's going to go into the pits. Okay, so all three of these guys are going into the pits. So this has been very good for Krisorialex, Honos, and Dreamsy as well. Publix also going into the pits. Honos will be the first one to go into the pits. He will go on to a set of medium tires. Dreamsy also in, goes on to a set of medium tires, and Krisorialex is in as he goes on to the medium tires. But so what does everybody else does? There's the Ferrari of Dylsaq. Does he get ahead? No, he does not. So Dylsaq was able to get the undercut to work. But the other thing is that Krisorialex is now up into P2. And Krisorialex is right now behind, but it looks like Snapper Pig is going for a move down the inside of Chris. Oh, and it looks like Dylsaq got loose. Dylsaq has gotten loose. Oh, it looks like he did brush the wall, but that's not what he needed at all. So, oh man, how unfortunate for Dylsaq. He got everything that he needed to go right there, and he just walks up and makes a mistake. Looks like Helmate is going to go and look for a move here. Crop sitting on 14 lap old. Medium tires. Oh, and what has happened to KD? Oh, and big collision there. Oh no. Looks like KD got into some trouble there. Lots of contact there. As it looks like the Mercedes of Dylsaq very much involved and affected by it, as he will have to come in and pit. Helmate 7 looking for a move on Karab here. See if he can get anything done here. Oh, as the undercut has spun. The undercut in his first ever race has spun. He has spun, and he does not get into the Red Bull of Speed King as well, but so far for his first ever start, it's been good, but that's one of those where he is just going to have to forget about it. But looks like Krab's going to think about making a move. He needs to be careful here about his battles. He needs to pick and choose when he's going to want to make that move. Looks like he's going to go around the outside of KD here up into P11. He does with the soft tires, as the soft tires should beat out, but it looks like KD is going to battle back. He's not going to give up quite easily just yet, as Karab does get himself up into P11, as he now has his sights set on Renault of Jan Vicho, who so far is having a very impressive first race, currently in the points. But it looks like Karab is going to look for a move on the outside. Does he make it stick? I think he does. Yes, he does. So very good move there from Karab to get himself up into that point spot, up into P10. Looks like Birdman trying to get a move done on the undercut here. But just like I said, next week we have a break, and we are back on November 1st with the British Grand Prix. The Birdman going around the outside of Kill the Birdman here. They make a little bit of contact there as they lock up, as Birdman does get the move to stick as he gets himself up into P8. And experiencing some wear here very, very quickly, as I believe, is that Karab? Yeah, Karab has spun it. Karab has spun coming out of the final turn. I just said something about those soft tires, as you know, right now they're probably getting near their expiration point as he has now spun out and gone all the way down into P12. Lost out on many spots there with 5 laps to go. Not with Karab needed, as well as those soft tires, I have to imagine, are almost gone. To go in this Austrian GP. Does Honos, does he have anything for the Haas? Can Krisorialex get his first ever UDL career win? Up into turn 3, down the straight. What will Krisorialex do? He will go defensive. But maybe Honos doesn't have enough for him here. It doesn't look like he does, as Krisorialex stays. Oh, as Honos gets into the grass, and that will get Snipper Pig up into P2. So Pig takes P2, as this will more than likely allow Krisorialex to run away. He needs some good corners. What does he do? Keeps it nice and steady. Doesn't want to make a mistake here. Krisorialex coming down. Oh, and he spins out. Oh, and he gets into Honos there. Snipper Pig and runs through clean, as he will take P1 and win the Austrian GP. As Honos is out, Dreamzy in P2. Krisorialex goes into P3 with, oh wow. Krisorialex has lost it coming out of the final turn, and that allowed Pig to take the win of the Austrian GP. And he wrecked Honos out as well, with Honos just sitting there on the front stretch. His car is now gone, but Honos just sitting there. How unfortunate for these guys. And Snipper Pig, just like he always does, he always seems to find a way to get through it unscathed. And as Intersport just said, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. That is now his 3rd straight win this year, as he now has finally got his 14th career win ever in the UDL, with, I think that was Dreamzy who came across the line, getting a finish that he needed today, getting his 12th ever career podium. As Publix looks like he got his 3rd podium of the day of his career. So wow, what a finish.